Hey everybody, it's your boy Masterful27 here with a really crazy update with all things goodness in Pokemon Go. There's been a massive drop at the moment on an APK file. We're like a bit of data mining in the game. 0.1471 is rolling out to Android and iOS devices. And there's quite a lot going on in there. There's a lot of code that's been shared on Twitter just over the last 24 hours. And we're going to just delve into a little bit of it about what we think we know and what it could mean to the game moving forward. So one of the big things this new update has sort of drawn on is it hints a new type of Pokemon, and that's Shadow and Purified Pokemon that could be coming to the game. And it also has a completely different way to play Pokemon Go with things called invasions, which have also been mentioned. Team Rocket are also present. And we're going to have a little look into this and try and see if we can try and work out what any of this means. None of this is official, by the way. We're digging into it. We're going to make some assumptions as well as what we know. But there have been some hints in the game so far, things at Go Fest that have happened that sort of signify there might be some big changes coming to the game soon. So the big features that have been discovered in 0.1471 are invasions. And this is a new type of gameplay that seems to be tying in with Shadow Pokemon and Team Rocket. We'll see what that means, but it looks like Team Rocket can take over Pokestops, and you might have to battle them to own them or take them back. But wait, it's something different there. Shadow Pokemon are a new form of Pokemon that have their own stats. They have different values, and they also use their own candy and Stardust multiplier, so that's interesting. Also, to purify or purification is a mechanic to convert a Shadow Pokemon back to its normal version. Again, this needs Stardust and Candy to actually complete this. So again, there's a entire link in there of purification on these Shadow Pokemon. Pokemon alignments have been mentioned in the coding. It can be Shadow or Purified right now, so that makes a bit of sense with some of the code text that we've seen so far. There seems to be some new moves as well dropped into this update when they become apparent, if they do get released. 3 of them at the moment: Frustration, Synchronize and Return. We'll talk about those in a bit. There's a couple of new badges as well that have been discovered for the number of purified Pokemon that you've managed to sort of change. So that's something. And also Team Rocket Grunts defeated. So that ties in again with what we think there. There's some real obvious signs there that that might be rewards for doing multiple repeats of those and carrying on building up those stats on those. 2 new quest types have been found: Battle Team Rocket and Purified Pokemon quests. Again, they link in there. And there's a Route Maker as a new item, which is again something else which has been found in there. So what do we know about Shadow and Purified Pokemon? Only certain Pokemon at the moment can be Shadow Pokemon, which in terms they need to be purified. We're not going to go into all of those, but ones are included: things like Rattata, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Dragonite, Mudkip, ironically, on the Nix Community Day, and Dratini. So we'll see what happens on there. But Shadow Pokemon feature a new property called Alignment, which is similar to gender and form. Alignment can be Shadow or Purified, and there's a badge tied in the number that you purify. And again, it says you have to spend, potentially, I'm assuming here, you have to spend Candy and Stardust to do these. There's different multiplications that we need to work out on there. But interesting stuff. It doesn't sound like it's going to be boring for much longer. It sounds like the game's going to have another change on there. Now, I went on to Bulbapedia to get a description on Shadow Pokemon, and it's very interesting. So Shadow Pokemon, a Pokemon that have been used for wrongful acts because they had the doors to their hearts shut artificially. The process created and carried out by Cypher in the Ore region. Collecting Shadow Pokemon through snagging and restoring them to normal by purifying them is the main goal of Pokemon Colosseum and Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. Wow, interesting. Now, it's quite iconic, actually. One of the most well-known ones is Shadow Pokemon, is Lugia. Lugia's not in the code at the moment, so that's something, but we'll see on there. But Lugia, Shadow Lugia, wow, that's evil. Yeah, it looks wrong, let's put it that way. So, we're moving on to invasions now. What do we know about invasions? They're coming to a new game mode that's coming out, and it's going to be a new niche along raids and field research. We reckon, right now it seems invasions take place on top of Pokestops on the mapping. We think Team Rocket could take over Pokestops. I think the invasion piece is when you have the encounter with Grunt. And we don't really know on there, but you'll get victories, you'll get defeats, I'm assuming, as well. But yeah, the 3 main parts of every invasion. You've got the battle stage, you've got the Pokemon encounter stage, and the purification stage. So we'll see what that means and what that could look like in the game. We think there might be different levels requirements. to take part in these invasions. You'll also need to have free space in your Pokemon memory, as well as the encounter. We don't really know any more about that at the moment, but we think that the grunts, there's a line in there saying about the number of Pokeballs remaining for the grunt, so they might have a certain amount of Pokemon for you to battle to take back ownership of that Pokestop, which makes sense. That's interesting stuff. Yeah, wow. There's loads of code on that, actually. You know, involving invasion characters, the type of Pokemon that the grunts can have, fire, water, grass, etc. All those ones. And I think that's about all we can really talk about at the moment on there. 3 new moves have been dropped into this data mining. Frustration is a normal move. It does inflict damage, but has no secondary effect. The base power of Frustration is dependent on the user's friendship. So I guess the lower the friendship is, the greater the base power of Frustration. We'll see how that one works. Synchronize is a psychic move. It'll damage all Pokemon that are adjacent with the same type as the user. It will also damage all Pokemon with either the user's type. Again, something different there. Return is the third one. That's another normal move. Inflicts damage but also has no secondary effect. And the base power return is dependent on the friendship of the user. The greater the user's friendship, the greater the base power. There's also something signified about a Root Maker. The Root Maker is a baffling new item, and this is not my words. This is something that I've seen on PokeGo when I was looking on Twitter this morning. There are only 2 traces of code that reference it. It's not mentioned anywhere else in the update. And again, I'm not going to make any guesses on that, but I think it could tie in with something else, possibly with one of the other games. I don't know at the moment. I'm really guessing. So all of that, we don't know. None of that's official, by the way. That's what the code is. That's what we suggest is going to happen. And I think that's actually quite interesting to see what happens on there. But loads of update there. Quite exciting, actually. We love a bit of data mining. I love data mining. It's one of my biggest sort of enjoyments. And I love trying to guess what it's going to bring to the game, and also I think people out there love that as well. So what else is going on in Pokemon Go? What else do we know at the moment? Well, we know the community day has been announced. Mudkip is going to be the next community day on Sunday, July the 21st. Being put back a little bit later yet again. This one's going to be running from 4 PM to 7 PM local time. Free time catch XP and 3-hour lures as usual on there. I don't know, my reaction on that works quite well, actually. My weekends are busy as they are, to get Sunday evening, and actually I'm not going to miss a community day, first time in 3. That's really cool. We're talking about Miss Community Day. Slack Off Community Day for the European zone has been re-announced. It's going to go over the 4th to the 7th of July. Increased spawns of Slack Off to make up for those disappointments that people had for not being able to complete the full 3 hours. So what are my objectives? We're going to swing back into Pokemon Go Fest details now. Dortmund coming up. I'm also going to do some fun evolutions in a minute to add some more Hoenn entries into my Pokédex. But there's a reason I'm doing that, and there's another reason I want to team myself properly up for Go Fest Dortmund. I've set myself, my personal challenge is I want to get all regional gaps in my Pokédex at Dortmund Go Fest. At the moment, they are Chatot, Relicanth, Carnivine, Pachirisu, and Torkoal. Now, Carnivine will be available at Go Fest. It's 4 regional Pokemon I need there then. Chatot, Relicanth, Pachirisu, and Torkoal. They're the 4 I'm going for. And yeah, that is what I am hoping to achieve. So if you've got those Pokemon and you're willing to trade with me at Go Fest Dortmund, please do so. That'd be absolutely amazing. Something I really want to do is complete that. It's just something that I think once we've got there and we've done it, it'll be a really nice achievement. It'd be nice to do it at Dortmund as well, particularly at Dortmund. Filling up all those gaps in the Pokédex would be really satisfying and really warming. And I'll be really over the moon with that. So we're going to get to the end bit now of this vlog. We're going to do some evolutions. These are evolutions that I've been waiting to do for a reason. I haven't jumped on them straight away. Now, I'm going to start with Riolu. Riolu. Now, something I've learnt here, and I've got to thank my mate Herbie for this one. It's cheaper to put a new attack on a Pokemon before you evolve it. Did not realise it. You might not necessarily get the new move you want, but you can change that. Obviously with the fast move and charge moves. So what we're going to do on this one, we're going to put a new attack straight away on for Riolu. And actually thinking about it, before we do that, I'm just going to add myself a few extra candies because actually it costs us to do that with Riolu. But hey, bear with me on this one. It will be worth it when we do it. So we need 25 plus 50 for the evolution, 75. So we'll add the 9 on there. So what we're going to do here, we are going to evolve Riolu, but we're going to put the special move on it first because I think that will save us certainly some Stardust. We'll put a new attack on, a new charged attack on there for Riolu. Little spinny thing there. Nice little animation. So we've got the second one there. And then we're going to evolve it. So this is going to be a new Pokédex entry for me. Riolu is going to be evolved. I do find the evolution process is, when you're doing bulk ones, it's a bit slow now. I think there should be a way to speed up. But for new ones, it's exciting. So Riolu is dropping in there. And Riolu, obviously, we go to Lucario when we evolve Riolu. And look at that. For me, brilliant. We've got a new Pokédex entry there. And that is in the bag. So over the moon with that one. So we've got Lucario in there, and it's got Shadow Ball. It's changed. That's brilliant. Well, I'm over the moon with that. Absolutely buzzing. So that's the first one, and the second one I wanted to do. And again, we're going to do the same thing. So let me just get the candies up here. We need to put 25 of these. We'll do this into Gibble now. Gibble, we've got one in the wild, and I've been holding on to it, hoping to get another one. And actually, I thought, you know what? Let's just do it, because actually, I don't think I'm going to get another Gibble, not for a while anyway. And also it tempts fate, because typical to form, as soon as I do this, I'll probably get another one, and it'll probably be even better than before. So Gibble, we're going to put, oh dear, goodness gracious, a new attack, 75 candy. 75,000. Well, we're not going to do that on that one. We're going to hold fire on that one, so I've learnt a lesson there. We're going to evolve Gibble into Gabite, which would be nice. Do a cheeky little evolution there, and these are all new Pokédex entries for me as well, so this is really, really good. These bulk out the Pokédex for Hoenn region, and I think after these 3 new additions, we will go up to 93 in the Hoenn edition of the Pokédex, which is absolutely a fantastic place to be going into Go Fest, chasing down those last 3 regionals for the whole Pokédex. So there we go, so that one's done, and then we are going to evolve it again to Garchomp, and Garchomp is the 3rd evolution in the Gibble evolution line, which is something again that I've been holding on a bit. I got Gibble when we were down in Bristol, wanted to do this, and now we have done it, and look at that, that's absolutely epic. We got another new Pokédex entry. It's nice when you stack the new Pokédex entries up. It looks really, really good actually. So we've got that one in there, and we've actually saved quite a lot of Stardust by doing that first charge move on Riolu. So that's really good. So we go to the Pokédex now, and we've got 93 in Sinnoh. So we've made some nice little cheeky additions in there. So that's the goal. I'm still waiting to get hold of Cherubi yet. Still haven't found a Cherubi in the world. That's the only one at the moment. But we're going to get the other ones, those other gaps. And hopefully we're going to get Jirachi as well when we're out there, which will be really, really cool. So I'm going to wrap up this vlog. Loads to go in there. Never a dull moment. We've got all the code. We've explained what we think is going to happen in the code. We're going to talk about the regional dex completion at Go Fest and what I'm looking for. There's a new loading screen as well. The one I spoke about in my last vlog, that's now coming live in the game. So that, we thought it was going to happen with that one. That was the water one. Raikou, Shiny Raikou, Ray Day this Saturday. So that's something to look forward to. Talk about Community Day with Mudkip. Slack off days have been re-announced. And I think that's about it. Right, I'm Asphalt27. Thank you all for checking out this vlog. We will catch up soon, and have a great weekend, everybody. See you all exceptionally soon. Bye-bye.